Hello, you're watching Quays News. I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Jack Roberts. Coming up on the programme.
The parents of seriously ill toddler Alfie Evans will meet with doctors later to discuss taking him home.
Passengers at Manchester Airport were delayed for hours yesterday after a suspicious package was found.
Could cannabis help with medical conditions such as arthritis and Crohn's disease?
And Bark in the Park, the canine event to raise money for Manchester Children's Hospice.
The parents of terminally ill toddler Alfie Evans will meet with doctors today to discuss the possibility of taking him home. Alfie was taken off life support on Monday evening despite a lengthy legal battle between his parents and the hospital. The Court of Appeal upheld a ruling against the toddler being taken abroad for treatment. Our correspondent Anthony Pilling joins us now. So Anthony, give us a brief outline of what's been happening.
So Alfie Evans was born on the 9th of May 2016. He has been in Alderhay Children's Hospital in Liverpool since December 2016 with a rare neurological condition. His parents, Tom and Kate, have been caught up in a lengthy legal battle with health experts about the well-being of Alfie.
And what are the latest updates?
So Alfie's parents have met with his doctors today to discuss the possibility of taking him home from Alderhay. Alfie's dad has told reporters outside Alderhay Hospital yesterday that he's been off his ventilator for 3 days since Monday and has shown no signs of deterioration.
And what's the latest on the legal side?
Well, the Court of Appeal rejected their last-ditch effort last night for Alfie to travel to Rome in order to get treatment from a children's hospital inside the Vatican. The Italian government granted Alfie citizenship in order to obtain the treatment. However, with the High Court's decision, they will no longer be able to do that. But they have said that they have granted the possibility of Alfie being able to return home.
So what's next for Alfie's family?
So they wait the decision of the discussion with the parents and the doctors in order to take him home. That will take place over today and possibly tomorrow, with Alfie's father saying that he wouldn't take advantage of him being home, but he will try and sustain Alfie's well-being with some private care and a private team of medics.
Anthony Pilling now.
I'm still fighting. My son belongs to Italy and I'm not stopping this fight until Alfie tells me to. Alfie ain't telling me to fight. Stop fighting. I love this army, I love Alfie and I love Kate and I will not do it.
Passengers were left stranded at Manchester Airport yesterday after a partial evacuation of the terminal building. Laura Millwood has more.
Night at Manchester Airport's Terminal 2 after a suspicious package was found. The incident caused hours of delays for passengers and caused hundreds of people to be stranded on planes. The terminal reopened at 10 p.m. last night and is now in full function.
Next this evening, the legalisation and medicinal purposes of cannabis has long been disputed. Many claim to need the current illegal drug in order to cope with conditions such as arthritis and chronic pain. Lexi Pierre has this report.
More than 5,000 people gathered last week to celebrate 420, a yearly event for weed smokers to come together and celebrate the day by sparking up some suspicious-looking cigarettes. Gary Cooper, founder of charity Corpse Roots, speaks about 420 and the main reason for his event tonight, to make people aware of the medicinal benefits of marijuana.
I just hope to educate the public, really, that's the main thing. With Corpse Roots, it's all about education. It's teaching people that cannabis is a natural substance, but it does have effects that can be detrimental to, say, younger people, because different parts of the brain develop at different stages. It's becoming more and more known now that it is medicine. It's a natural compound. The plant has many natural compounds, and THC, the psychoactive compound, does have a lot of medicinal benefits. So the 420 event is very prevalent in the UK at the moment, and there are never any problems. So what my charity's been trying to do is to take that away. They don't have to go to a dealer anymore. They come to me. I give it to them for free. That's amazing. And I don't get a lot of money myself, so it's more, it helps me, and I know how much it helps me, and I help others.
Despite Gary's mission, there are still difficulties regarding what people think of the drug, but he is hoping to change their minds. Lexi Pierre, Quays News.
Now, we keep hearing that knife crime is on the rise, but just by how much? Well, these statistics have been released today, and our correspondent Cameron Waters joins us in the studio to tell us more. So, Cameron, just how much is it rising by?
So, knife crime is on the rise and has rose by 22% in England and Wales, according to the Office for National Statistics. Now, this number has rose from 32,448 to 39,598. Now, Alexa Bradley from ONS says that it is a trend that has been emerging from the last 2 years.
Now, how does it look for Greater Manchester?
So for Greater Manchester, it's not that great. It's the second largest increase in recorded crime by 37%, and this is behind County Durham and just in front of Cheshire. Now, this statistic doesn't just cover knife crime, it covers all lengths of crime. And also Greater Manchester is now the third biggest increase in violent crime. Now, this includes common assault, harassment, murder, other violence as well. And this result has been affected by the Manchester terror attack, of course, unfortunately.
Now, quickly, has anything been done to prevent this?
So the Home Office has announced a £1 million funding to help tackle this crime.
Thank you very much. Children's Hospice Forget-Me-Not held a fundraising event on Sunday with the help of dog owners in Greater Manchester. I went along to see what it was all about.
Raising money for charity isn't always a walk in the park, but sometimes it is. Bark in the Park is a fundraising event organised by the Forget-Me-Not Children's Hospice. It brings together hundreds of dogs and their owners to Prestwich's Heaton Park to raise funds for the charity's new building in Radcliffe.
So Forget-Me-Not is a children's hospice charity. It already has a children's hospice in Huddersfield, which is rated outstanding. We wanted to put on an event which was get all the people in the local communities together, and people love dogs as much as they love their kids, so we thought it'd be great. We've had a great turnout. There's been hundreds and hundreds of dogs here, some in fancy dress, some not in fancy dress, but dogs of all shapes and sizes, and it's been great fun.
Forget-Me-Not want their new building to be open later this year and are even offering a hospice-to-home service which will provide over 650 children with life-shortening conditions in North Manchester care in the comfort of their home. Pooch and people alike were kept busy for the entire morning with a Crufts-style agility show and a fancy dress contest.
My name's Maggie, I'm a nurse at Salford Royal. I rescued Sasha when she was 2, she's 13 now from Manchester Dog Zone. I just thought it'd be a good idea to support the charity. Yeah, they've had one similar for St Anne's Hospice here in the past, and they've got a dog jog in August as well, so it's just something different. She seems to enjoy it.
The day ended with a raffle to win a hamper of dog-filled goodies before visitors embarked on a 3-kilometre walk spanning the many acres of Heaton Park. But this didn't stop people from showing off their canine companions.
This is Bambi. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. She's a rescue, so she's a bit naughty, but not through any fault of her own. She's a year and a half now, I think. About a year and a half.
With hundreds of pounds already counted and much more expected to come in, it just goes to show dogs are man's best friend and great charity workers. Matthew Wood, Quays News, Heaton Park.
Let's take a look ahead to this weekend's weather with Luke Pearson.
Good afternoon from Wivenshaw Park, and I'm sure if you've already been out today, you will know the sun is out and it is shining. However, if you're going into Manchester city centre this evening, do take a coat as it is expected to be chilly. Going into tomorrow, get your umbrellas at the ready as heavy rain is forecast throughout the day, but it will clear up going into the weekend. And if you're not doing anything on Sunday, go to the West Sidsbury Makers Market for a combination of good food and local music. Enjoy.
Tune in again next week for more. Goodbye.
Goodbye.